Well, did you talk some sense into her?
Yes, ma'am. Ginny's agreed to go to the hospital.
Well, that's a relief.
I've already called and arranged for a room.
Was her injury that serious? I mean, to warrant getting a room?
Well, Barrett, it's just a precaution. I think her ankle should be x-rayed, and I suspect she has a slight concussion.
Well, it's important not to take a head injury lightly.
Should we call in some specialists?
Oh, no. Let's just wait and see, okay?
I just don't understand her reluctance to go to the hospital in the first place. I mean, Ginny's usually so sensible.
Well, knowing my sister, I mean, she doesn't like to cause any trouble.
Taking her into Houston's no trouble.
Oh, well, she probably didn't want to goof up Kate's dinner schedule, you know?
Courtney, do you think she'll be in the hospital for long?
Well, you may be able to take her home in the morning, but we'll do whatever's best for her. You know that.
I still think it's odd that we have to force her to do what's best for her. I mean...
Well, at least she's agreed to go, Barrett.
Yeah. I'm going upstairs and see if she needs anything before I go.
Well, that was a lot of fast talk you were giving Barrett.
It was all true.
Yeah, but there's more to it, isn't there?
What are you getting at, Grandma?
I know the reason that Ginny was reluctant to go to the hospital. And so do you two, don't you?
Oh. You still in town?
Oh, I beg your pardon?
I thought you told everyone goodbye.
Yeah, you're right. I did.
Well, then don't you think your next move would be to leave? Or do you just like long goodbyes?
No, Paige, I just can't leave right now.
Can't or won't?
I can't go until my uncle's well enough to take over World Oil.
Last time I saw Alex, he looked fine.
That's right. He's feeling better. He just isn't well enough to handle World Oil alone. So how do you feel about Dennis getting into the TV news business anyway?
Whatever makes Dennis happy is fine with me.
Is that why you're in such a lousy mood?
I've had a very trying day.
Well, the night's young. It could get better, right?
So far, it's worse.
Come on, Paige. You could run this place blindfolded. Now, what's the problem?
Nothing. Nothing I can't handle. How convenient of Alex to recover so slowly. Gives you a chance to spend more time with Ginny, doesn't it?
Well, I don't even know what you're talking about. I haven't seen Ginny.
I hope you have the good sense to leave her alone. Barry has enough trouble without your interference.
You know, I still don't know what you're talking about. Last I heard, Barry was out of the hospital and he was feeling perfectly fine.
Yeah, well, it's one thing or another. Now Ginny's been hurt and she's...
Wait, what do you mean Ginny's been hurt?
Maybe the best thing for you to be in the hospital. At least you can get some rest.
I'm not tired, Barrett.
You've been tired for weeks. I've been worried about it.
You notice that?
Yes. And I understand the cause of it. It's my fault. Having to deal with my changes of mood can't be easy on anyone. Especially you. But I promise you that I've recovered from all the pain and terror of the POW camp. I'm putting those experiences behind me. You're going to see a new man from now on. I'm just sorry that it's taken so long.
It's not your fault, it's mine.
Let's stop placing the blame on ourselves. We're going to start fresh, okay?
Okay.
Maybe after you get home from the hospital, we can go away for somewhere. Just the two of us. Grandma will look after Steve.
Oh, Barry.
What is it?
Somebody has to call Steve and tell him about my accident before he hears it from somebody else.
Yeah, I'll call the Simpsons right now, and I'll explain it all to him.
Okay, just make sure that he's not worried.
I'll tell him it isn't serious.
Can I pack a bag for you, Ginny?
Okay, yes, please.
After I call Steve, I'll bring the car around.
I'll be ready.
Don't you worry. Everything is going to be all right. From now on.
be all right, honey. There aren't enough tears in the world to solve the problems you have right now. Maybe it would help if you talked to someone.
How long have you known?
Almost from the first. I've had my share of babies, honey. Why didn't you come to me?
Oh, Kate, I wanted to. I really did. But you're Barrett's grandmother.
And you thought I wouldn't understand?
I thought you'd be ashamed of me.
Ginny, you were in love with Ryan. You were going to be married. Now, there's no cause for shame.
I should have waited for Barrett.
Honey, I pushed you into that relationship with Ryan.
Oh, no, Kate, you didn't push me into anything.
Yes, I did. Ginny, I love you as much as if you were one of my granddaughters. I wanted you to be happy.
But I was so sure that Barrett died in Cambodia.
So was I, honey. Now, there's no cause to feel guilty.
But now...
Now Barrett's home, and he's making a fine adjustment. Why don't you tell him that you're pregnant?
I can't.
Keeping this secret from Barrett is taking a terrible toll on you.
I need more time.
It's been going on long enough, honey.
When I do tell him, I have to be prepared to lie to him about this child being his.
Why not tell him the truth?
Because it'll destroy him.
And your living with this lie is going to destroy you. Honey, he lived for 5 years in a prisoner of war camp.
But he's just now learning to put that behind him.
Yes, and he accepted your relationship with Ryan.
No. He said he understood it and he'd forget it. But I don't think it's possible. If I tell Barrett that I'm pregnant with Ryan's child, he just couldn't take that. I know he couldn't.
Instead, you will live with the lie and destroy yourself.
It isn't that simple.
The truth is always simpler, Ginny. And in the long run, it's less painful.
In this case, I'm not so sure.
Well, it's your decision.
I'll make it soon.
And whatever you decide, honey, you know I'll stand by you. Don't you?